All right, you all wanted a house tour. Here. Ho ho hello everyone, it's Christine and Ben again.
Ho ho hello everyone.
I'm a hoe for the hollow. You know what I mean?
No one knows what you mean.
Okay. So we had a rough weekend. We tried to film a video opening kids' toys. Welcome to Simply's Toy Review. No! It didn't work out. The kids' toys were too depressing for us adults, basically.
We've been really stressed out lately. Christmas coming up.
We're going on vacation. That's why we're stressed.
Well, getting everything in order before we go on vacation.
It's like almost not worth it.
Very excited.
What did I say, Ben?
Anyway, so we thought it would be fun just to do sort of a low-key gingerbread house activity.
'Cause I'm a child and I need an activity to do, Dad!
Need to keep Christine entertained.
I'm gonna need tea first. Do you guys want to see how I make my fancy tea lattes? So the times Ben doesn't get me the tea, I do enjoy making myself a nice warm tea latte. Kettle. I'm filling it up with water, but you can't see. So there is a tea button on my kettle, but I never press that. I always press hot water. So today we're gonna make a candy cane tea latte. So I'm using candy cane flavored tea because that was the easiest way to make this. You put the tea in the tea bag. One for me and one for Bae. And I'm gonna pour in the hot water only halfway. So now we're gonna steam some milk.
1%? What are you doing?
I'm in the 1%.
That YouTube money, you're in the 1%.
So we have this fancy machine. You don't need this. Any milk frother will do. I used to use one of those like bowls that just spun around. It works great. Then you're gonna take the cow's udder and go like this. Ready, and off to the races.
This machine's fancy and it just does this for you.
Just like Ben. You make videos too? All right, ready? And a little dollop on top. Damn, that looks good. But we're not done because I have to make mine now. I'm gonna make mine with almond milk because I'm a little bitch.
Oh, you're one of those.
I don't even have a milk allergy. Nothing happened.
You're not
Maybe
very
you should
good.
take over this part. Wow, we've got a party! Gonna take some real cocoa powder, give it a little dusting. Look at that, look at the magic happening. See the red dyes coming through? That's Rudolph. Cheers!
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I feel good now, I feel like I could build a house. Did you get a construction permit for this?
I don't have my permits for this.
Did you pay your land transfer taxes? Go. So do I have full permission to make a mess of our kitchen?
You don't need my permission.
That's right, Ben. I don't need your permission. Ain't no girl need no man's permission to make a mess of nothing.
This is just like a box of
Literally
Kit Kats.
Kit Kat. What was the markup on these?
I don't know.
My hair's gonna get in everything. It's like literally counter length.
Yeah, it's gross.
Let's pass. Did you just call me gross? Your cocoa on your lip. Here, let me get that. There's mistletoe.
What the f was that?
Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. See what I did there?
Very good. I must have been deprived as a child because I don't remember ever doing this.
Really?
I don't think I've ever made a gingerbread house before.
Oh, Ben, that's so sad. We're all here for you.
Yeah, I'm okay. Are you supposed to like also do the inner corners to make it stick better?
Yeah, you put the highlight on the inner corner of the eye. I learned that from Nikki.
You're not helping.
I'm gonna have to put my hair up. Time out, time out.
There's no timeouts.
I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. Remember that?
No, I had no childhood.
Okay, we're good. We're Gucci.
Are we okay? Yeah.
We're Gucci
Everything's
now.
gonna be okay.
I could draw like a big G logo and it could be like the Gucci wagon.
The Gucci wagon.
The Gucci, I don't know. Ben, I need you right now.
It's a big roof.
The roof is on fire.
That was a little messy here.
That's what your mama said when you came out.
Excuse me. How's your house coming along? Something doesn't seem right here. What's wrong?
Can you hold this for a second?
Yeah, but do you want me to?
Yeah, just hold it there. What?
Do you know what you're doing?
No!
Why is this so much higher than the roof?
Damn it, this is the roof!
Yes!
Why didn't you tell me?
You gotta help your kids when they're struggling. I'm helping you!
How's Santa gonna get in? There's no f***ing chimney. Imagine I called the police and said there's a strange Ben in my house.
This is our house.
I guess, but who will they believe? Can you shut up, please? What is that supposed to be?
It's my gingerbread beach house.
Ben! Wow, that's creative. I'm surprised.
I googled gingerbread beach house and a bunch of pictures came up too.
Oh, so it's not really your original idea.
Blue creamy decorator icing.
Ew, it's like a Smurf giving birth.
That looks a little inappropriate actually.
We can't afford to get demonetized. We're going on vacation. We need the money. No, we don't, but YouTubers say they do. Uh-oh, we have a wild Menchie. So give me that. I want that sugar. Give it to me.
Can't get sand in my ocean.
I'm gonna throw some sand in your underwear.
Excuse me. When was that last Simply Baked Logical?
Like 3 years ago in the old condo. Remember that? I made you eat the nail polish cake.
Right, the carrot cake. So bad.
Wasn't it delicious?
It was so good.
So, what'd you get me for Christmas?
Thought we weren't doing gifts this year.
Well, I said that, but I didn't mean it. Okay, we're not doing gifts this year.
Is that the real answer?
Because I didn't get anything. It's like too late now.
Okay, good. I'm gonna make my house a bit of a hut by attaching these mini wheats.
I'm a nut in a hut.
You're
and
a
I
nut.
stole an apple from a tree, so what? You know that song?
Nope.
We had a bit of a house leak. It was the plumbing in the upstairs bathroom.
Oh man, was that on the 90-day list?
Thank God it's covered under warranty.
Or was it caused by the owner's negligence?
I'm sure we can prove otherwise.
So here's an interesting topic. There are some like high-profile people who have broken up recently, and they seem to be pretty upset that their millions of fans are curious about their breakup and asking them more about the breakup. Like, as someone who opens themselves up to the public eye, are you allowed to be upset when you sold your relationship online and you literally made videos all about your relationship and this is my relationship? You turned it into a commodity. Is it kind of hypocritical to then be all upset that your fans want to keep asking you questions about it when you break up?
Wow, that's an interesting question, Ben. I never thought of it that way. The one thing I don't really understand is why people put so much value into someone else's relationship. Like, okay, on some level I get it. Oh my God, you know, Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston, they were so cute together. What happened? But like, I'm not that invested in it that I'm crying about it when they broke up. It is what it is. I don't know them.
Yeah, but the same way people really cared about Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt.
Yeah, but did you cry about it? And were you that traumatized and upset?
No,
were you
but
disappointed in them? And did you text them and tell them that? Like, no.
I texted Angelina and I said I was pretty bummed about it.
Oh, shush. My house is falling in. The walls are caving in. Then our relationship. I'm doing custom brickwork.
Well, that's why your house is good.
I used the wrong kind of mortar. I don't have much experience, but I tried. I'm a woman in construction. It's hard out here for us.
I need to build a door.
You're gonna lock me out. Hey, we've never locked each other out of the house yet.
What do you mean yet?
Oh, it's like a fun game that people play. I have this image of like from movies. He locked me out of the house.
What? Alright, well, Christine figures out if her house is falling down. So you learned something from this episode of Simply Baked Logical. I'm gonna show you how to make my favorite cookie recipe called compost cookies, and I got them from the Milk Bar website.
There's a bar that serves milk. They have like milk on tap and milk shots.
Yeah, just like a Clockwork Orange.
Do they have like almond milk shots?
So here's how to make them. First step, you'll want to combine 1 cup of butter at room temperature, 1 cup white sugar, 2/3 of a cup brown sugar, and 1 tablespoon of corn syrup, and mix that together for a couple minutes. If you have a KitchenAid stand mixer, good for you. I'm just using this handheld unit. Once that's done, add 1 egg and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and beat everything together for a while until you're tired of waiting for the next step. Now it's time to add your dry ingredients, so add 1 1/3 cup of flour, half a teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Mix that together just for about a minute or until the dough just comes together. Set that aside for a minute, and we're going to be making a graham cracker crust that's actually going to be added into the cookie mix. Hello. Basically, you just want to combine 1.5 cups of graham cracker crumbs, 1/4 cup of powdered milk, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 3/4 of a tablespoon of kosher salt, 4 tablespoons of melted butter, and just 1/4 cup or just a little bit of heavy cream, and basically just combine that together until it forms like a paste. Alright, now for the fun part. To your cookie dough, add 3/4 of a cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips, half a cup of butterscotch chips, half a cup of that graham cracker crust you just made, 1/3 of a cup of old-fashioned rolled oats, and 2.5 teaspoons of ground coffee. And beat that together just until it's incorporated like a business. Alright, next step, you can get a little creative here, but this is what takes these cookies to the next level. You're going to add 2 cups of potato chips and 1 cup of mini pretzels. And if you're feeling adventurous or in the mood, you could add whatever other sort of snacks you have lying around your house. Don't mix it together too much either. You want to be able to see the actual pieces of chips and pretzels in the cookies at the end of the day. Now you don't want to put these in the oven right away. So what you're going to do is you're going to scoop them out onto some parchment paper on a cookie sheet and leave them in the fridge for at least an hour, but you're better off leaving them in the fridge overnight or even for a few days. And after the dough is chilled, then you can bake them at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for about 16 to 18 minutes.
Wow, that's fun.
It's going everywhere.
Oh my god, it is everywhere! I accidentally put a window where the front door should be. Why are these called baby cookies? Like, are you supposed to give these to babies?
Who said they're called baby cookies?
There's a baby.
Arrowroot biscuits.
I thought there was a baby on the box. Is this the Mandela effect?
How are those cookies looking? Oh yeah! Yeah, they get really big and flatten out.
Like me over time. Oh my god, those are giant.
Isn't that crazy? They get really crispy at the edges, but they stay like soft and gooey in the middle. This is why it helps to actually put them in the fridge for a long time before, so they don't flatten out quite this much. I only left them in the fridge for about an hour. You're better off doing it overnight.
So they're kind of undercooked in the middle? Is that the secret?
Yeah, a little bit. It's pretty good.
Tyler, the cookies are out of the oven.
He's confused. It looks like a nail art you did 3 years ago.
Roasted like a chestnut on an open fire. How do I make this house less inviting? I don't want anyone to enter. No boring crumbs allowed. What if there was a tidal wave?
You f***ing house.
You know, it's a natural disaster. You might have to be prepared, Ben. I think I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna get any better, so... Shall we present to the class? Welcome to my house. Play the music so loud. And dance with me. So here we have the hollow house. Clearly marked by the no fake hollow sign on the lawn. Get off my lawn. There's no fake hollow allowed. We have some shiny disco balls because that's how I like to decorate my house. I could have made a completely hollow roof, but I've misplaced my not edible hollow disco dust. On the side of the house, we have a subscribe button. Don't forget to do that. The house might be caving in, but you know, it tastes good. There's no place like hollow home. What about your house? Your vacation home over here? Is that a timeshare?
This is my my gingerbread beach house. Beach is made from crumbled up Mr. Christie arrowroot cookies. We got this gross blue icing all around and some goldfish. It looks like they've all sort of died in the water and floated to the top. And then there's a pile of, I think gold, maybe? I don't know.
What's that? Is that a raft? Or that's the dock?
Yeah, that's the dock leading from the front door.
Shouldn't it go in the water?
Don't ask questions.
What's on the back?
There's no entrance for you.
We're going on vacation and it's not to a beach or a warm place. We're going to a place with more snow.
Brilliant.
Fucking Canadians. What do you think? Yours is very creative. I'm glad you Googled that.
I'm really surprised your house is still standing, so
Yeah,
I'm
me
impressed.
too. Honestly though, I like yours better.
Why do people want a house tour? I don't get that.
I'm not really into the whole like, look at my fancy house tour shit. But I am thinking of doing some mini tours of little parts of my house. Like a tea closet tour, holo closet tour, my studio tour, maybe my makeup. I'm considering doing something like that.
Sometimes you can't scream at children's toys.
No! They're on the toilet!
The
Put her on the
diaper.
toilet! Yeah, maybe I can't do that all the time anymore.
Well, after that green screen video where it was just like you
Talking
to a mannequin for hours, I think you started losing it a little bit.
Do you know how I edited that green screen video to seem really funny as if I was talking to other YouTubers? In reality, I was just talking to myself for hours. Best friends forever. It was kind of depressing.
It's kind of sad.
And I didn't want to play alone anymore.
It's okay.
So thank you guys for letting us make this video where I could converse with another being instead of myself. I get why I drive you crazy now.
Oh yeah?
Happy holidays! We should sing a song, ready? We wish you a Merry Christmas with no H. We
Okay.
I tried.
Good enough.
Hope you're having a
My house.
Ben, your house fell down! I tried.
Good enough.
Alright, everybody.
Video.
You should have known better because the beach is not a good place to build. There's sinkage, Ben.
There's regulations about building this close to the water.
Alright, everybody. Thanks so much for watching and we'll see y'all later. Bye!